This Roman wall painting depicts an ancient riot. It occurred in Pompeii in its stone amphitheatre during gladiator games in 59 AD. The event is recorded by the Roman historian Tacitus and is a case of ancient hooliganism. In Pompeii's stone amphitheatre, gladiator games were being held. Many gladiators had been brought to Pompeii from towns across the area to compete. People had also come from these towns to support them. Think of them like away sports followings today. Now, several of these towns had vicious rivalries. One such rivalry was between Pompeii and the nearby town of Nuceria. During the gladiator fights, this rivalry got out of hand. First, the Pompeians and Nucerians shouted slurs at each other in their stands, as was usual, but then, having been egged on, they started throwing rocks at each other. Finally, some Pompeians had daggers brought into the amphitheatre and started to attack. As the gladiators continued to fight in the arena below, a bloody brawl broke out in the stands above. This fresco depicts the event.
First of all, you can see the amphitheatre itself completely round and also with some awnings above the seats. We know that awnings were a big attraction of the games, this shade, particularly when it was incredibly hot during the day, and they're advertised sometimes on the advertisements that survive from Pompeii. You can then see some wall paintings within the arena and gladiators fighting within. But all around, you can also see people fighting and brawling with each other in the surrounding landscape of Pompeii, and that is signifying the riot that broke out during these games. You also have interesting little details. You can see the city walls. You can see an inscription referring to the emperor of the time, the Emperor Nero. And you can also see the nearby Palaestra, the gymnasium, the building that was right next to the amphitheatre in the southeast corner of the city of Pompeii. What happens as a result of this riot is that the Emperor Nero gets involved and he banned gladiatorial combat in Pompeii for 10 years. But it seems that a few years later there's a big earthquake and that the emperor relented on this ban of gladiatorial combat so that the Pompeians got their gladiators back sooner than the 10-year ban. But here you have one of the most stunning frescoes surviving from Pompeii, a fresco that depicts a real-life event, a gladiator riot, for which we also have a historical account of.